Hey guys, Daft Celestian here, and today, as the title suggests, we're going to be working on the Sanctuary. Now, some of you may remember from last season on the Bubble SMP, I had that uh, stronghold that I claimed, and, well, I claimed the base part of it, and made a little room there, kind of based off of the Syndicate room from Dream SMP. Now, we're going to be doing the same thing again. First thing I want to show you is a friend of mine that I managed to find. Also, I put trapdoors. And some upgrades. I changed the windows a bit, but it's an LA. I called her Bliss. Now, Bliss is actually an LA I found on the very first day of the Bubble SMP. Day one, when the SMP was still fresh, I found a couple LAs. And I was exploring the other day, just out that way, and I saw an LA holding, I think it was a dirt block, maybe some wooden plank. I was like, oh, that's cool, just a free roaming LA. Then I shift right clicked like this, and it gave me the block, which made me realize that Bliss here was actually one of the LAs that I freed on day one. And she managed to travel all the way to find me. Which made me really happy when she came back. I haven't done much advancements up here. I mean, I put in some of the windows up here as well. I'll be working on that a bit. I had to put the trapdoors in because Bliss can stretch the lead just enough that she can duck under that block. I don't want her to do. Anyways, to the sanctuary. Slash home sanctuary. So obviously, like, here's the main entrance part where I found it. Then we go through this wall here. Oh, with the pickaxe, not the sword. Do I have any torches? I do. I'm just going to break the iron door. I'll end up breaking it eventually anyways. Then we follow this path, go past this chest with food, which is alright. And here we are at the structure, at the portal room. Obviously, I can't do what I did last time, putting things in the portal frame, because I'd potentially need a staff member to come and break one of the frames and put it in a different angle, so it can't be used. Yeah. Today, we're just going to be working on the sanctuary, breaking out some of the blocks so I know where I need to go, and periodically expanding the claim once I've got enough claim blocks. So, like, as you can see, it's at deep slate level. Really cool, because that gives me access to the deep slate blocks to use for decoration instead of. I think I used blackstone last time. Because deep slate has. Well, it's cool. I think you should have seen it with the Evolutions stronghold I have, which I might actually have to rebuild because the world files. Well, the world kept breaking essentially, which wasn't good for the server. So we had to do a massive overhaul. We're trying to figure out ways to, put it right. Still try to have some mods in it, but potentially going to Forge instead of Fabric because Fabric's a bit more buggy. Bubble is currently live on the server, but he's doing something completely different. So we don't need to worry about Bubble. Now, I'm not exactly sure what kind of design I'm going to do this time for the Sanctuary, but I kind of want to still go with some of the themes I had last time. The library, the redstone door, things like that. So also it will take a bit of time to get the slime and honey, but okay, it'll take a lot longer to get the slime than it will to get the honey. I'll quickly place some torches around here so I have some light. Does my pickaxe have... Yeah, my pickaxe has bending, so when required I can just go to get some XP from somewhere. I should probably set up a mob spawn. Thanks, Silverfish. Obviously, so far my current way of getting any experience is just by smelting ores. And obviously that's not a very durable way of getting experience, so I will set up a mob spawner at some point. I do have a mob spawner. I think I got one claimed. Obviously, we can go check that out. I can go check that out at any random time. Silverfish. That's the one problem with the strongholds. Silverfish blocks can be any of these. Like a silverfish can blend in with any of these blocks. I mean, I suppose it's good for XP, but the only thing that will be getting the mending experience will be the sword. I'll break out these back walls real quick as well. I might make the design a bit different from last season. Because as you know, last season I had the drop down from through the lava, through the powdered snow, down into a pool of water. And whilst that was a cool way of doing it, I don't really remember the biome up top, so I'm not sure if that would fit in up there. Which is why I'm not sure if I can really do that strategy this time, but I'll figure out a cool entrance way for it. But today is just a relaxing mining stream as I carve out the area I'm going to use for the sanctuary. And try not to get overrun by silverfish. Which hopefully won't happen as long as I take them out as I go along. And obviously there's always the threat of zombies. But I can handle them pretty easily. My sword actually have looting 2. Should I turn that into a smite sword to deal with undead, or a sharpened sword? Considering it has looting, I'll potentially go the undead route to try and get a load of wither skulls at some point. Maybe. I'll figure out the sword later. Essentially, all my plan is for today is to carve out an area for the sanctuary. Deal with any silverfish that happen to spawn as well. And plus, seeing as we're at deep state level, I will be able to get the satisfying noise of breaking it. I don't know what it is, but deep slate is just really satisfying. Whether it's just my weirdness or what, I just really do enjoy it. What is actually down here? Oh wow, this opens up quite a bit. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to fill that in at some point. I mean, technically I don't, but it would stop mobs spawning under it and around it, which is particularly annoying because of all the mob sounds. I'm definitely gonna have to do something down there. I was thinking of streaming over on the Unremarkable SMP, the one with the guns. But I didn't particularly know what I wanted to do over there. Hence why I chose Bubble. The good thing about a netherite pickaxe is that it does have some pretty good durability, so I might not have to go get any XP for it anytime soon. Currently, all the staff are not currently active, so if I were to ask one of them to change the rotation of one of the portal frames, I would have to wait till one of them is back online. Because I want to have the eyes in it again, but I don't want the portal to actually work. I'm not sure if they would actually do it or not, but the only way to find out really is to ask. Go like let's go to the end of this hallway outwards, giving me a lot bigger space to work with. Look at this. I swear down. Most annoying things in the universe. Seconded by baby zombies. Okay, so from this block, it's 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so from this block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we just mine all the way down to hopefully meet up perfect. Who did this? Have to deal with that as well at some point now. Probably somebody else looking for the stronghold. That is infuriating. But I can easily deal with that. Okay, perfect. That lines up. So now we just go over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Oh, somebody asked for to not sleep. Oh, it's Sky. Wait, when was Sky staff? That actually caught me off guard there for a second. Sky is one of the people that was there at my little campfire at the end of last season, which is how I know them. Now this is going to be the main part, just like clearing everything out. I would like I would obviously let Bubble judge my build that I have, but obviously you know my house has a shameless plug to my channel. So I don't particularly want to get Bubble angry at me for my plugging of my channel. Because I like playing here. I don't want to get banned because I plugged my channel whilst Bubble was live. Because other content creators don't like it when you plug your channel whilst they're live. Out of etiquette, obviously, because They want their viewers to enjoy their content and not get drawn to not get drawn away by others. But I'm not going to remove the signs because if anybody does travel around, find my house, and then see my signs and want to see the content I make, then they can. Obviously, I'm not just going to be like, hey, Bubble, go check out my build that has a plug directly to my content whilst you're live. Because that's just rude. And I'm not about doing that. I might be evil, but I am not rude. And yes, there is a difference. You can be evil and show people respect. It is about the actions you do, not the actions that you. Okay, so say you're a villain that wants to rule the world. Most villains would try doing it through some evil scheme, but others would just go through normal means, like working their way up through politics, hiding their villainous schemes, like Lex Luthor. I just realized that I didn't have PNG Celestian on. I really gotta stop forgetting about her. I'm only halfway through the stream without her, but well. Sorry if you heard my chair squeaking. My foot was in an awkward position again. I've really got to stop doing that to myself. Like, I know the positions my body is comfortable in, and I still put it in uncomfortable situations anyway. Okay. I mean, I'm definitely going to have plenty of deep slate to use. That's perfectly fine there. Like, with this project, I'm definitely going to have enough resources just from mining it out. I do hope it turns out well once I officially have an idea of what I'm doing here. I also want to go backwards a bit, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll probably go 8 out backwards as well. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go over to this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eat some pork chops. And then we go to connect the two. I'm sometimes organized when it comes to designing things. Sometimes. This is actually extremely helpful. Like doing it in 2x2s. It's a more efficient way of mining as you can clear out a lot more space. Just going directly down, directly up, directly down, directly up. It just takes a lot more time and doesn't help at all. See, I'm already down to the last two sections. And I'll potentially do that for the other side too. Once I have full ideas of where to go from this. I'll probably do a circular room again. Just because I kind of like the design of circular rooms. Obviously, that's for me to just think about later. I'm going to need to fill in this. Yeah, I'll definitely have something for this. Getting the slime will be the hardest part of it, obviously. But hey, I figured it out last season. I can figure it out this one too. Obviously, I just need to remember to extend the claim. Because if I don't claim it, people can just come and do whatever they want down here. And that is the last thing I want. Hey, have me in debris. That is the enchantment for getting enchantment achievement for getting full netherite armor, which I also do have. I need to get mending books for all of these, just so I know, and or just so I don't have to worry about the armor ever breaking. Okay, I think that's a good region. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Also means I'm gonna need stone. I can get plenty of that, so don't worry. I'm gonna clear this out into a square, just for easy easy access at this point. Because when it's a square, it's a lot easier to work out the circle. Because when it's in the square, if I need to put redstone behind the circle for anything, I then have the gap outside of the circle, but still in the border of the square. And it makes extending the claim a lot easier, because I have definitive corners I can work with. Ah, you can't scare me, eerie noise. I am better than you. Hopefully, this one will turn out a lot cooler than last season's, but hey, who knows? I'm not going to do the exact same design I did last season because well, that'd just be sleazy. Copying the exact same design 2 seasons in a row. Like, what am I, a talentless hack? No, I'm just a streamer. Uh, I don't know what Finstick is doing, but apparently it's something to do with the Warden. Actually, if I were to get a Silk Touch tool, I could use Skulk. Hmm, I'll look into that. I will definitely look into Skulk for this build. Oh, I am definitely going to have to repair this pickaxe at some point. Watching that corner. I just don't want any mobs spawning down here. Which in that corner. Obviously, once I've cleared out this corner, I'll put a torch in there too. Then comes to the joy of smelting it all up. Well, smelting up enough just to patch that hole. From an annoying person who decided to dig straight down. I mean, even if they did manage to get into here, they couldn't use the portal anyway. Because it's claimed by me, and B, I don't think the end is open anyway. That's always like their plan was doomed to fail anyway. But we're not going to tell whoever that was that. The only hard part will be actually getting Silk Touch for a tool to go and harvest that skulk. But I can figure that out. Be it from villagers or just hoping to get it from some kind of enchant. I wonder if the hoe that I have Bliss holding is actually Silk Touch. I don't know. We can go find out. I have to head back to the base anyways, because I'll need access to my furnaces to effectively uh, melt up the resources. So we can always go check on Bliss, see if the hoe she has is a Silk Touch one. I'm gonna light it up down here a bit so I don't get any unwanteds. Anyways, slash home. Look at all that gobbled deep slate. No fish head. Hello, Bliss. Let me just borrow that real quick. Nope, that is an unbreaking and mending one, so you can hold on to that for now. And yes, I know it does look a bit like a scythe. That is why I gave it to Bliss. She is my guardian, even though the scythe does nothing. I did have a secondary netherite hoe. That not netherite. Oh, that one. Diamond hoe, fortune mending, and efficiency. Dang. I really thought I had silk touch. Uh, power. I really don't, do I? Sharpness. Different armors. Some skulk catalysts, which I could use to skulkify the area if need be. Obviously, I have some skulk blocks. 7, 8, 9. And sweeping edge. Parabast. I don't actually have any. I don't actually have any. I don't have a Silk Touch book or tool. That does kind of share the same vibe as the end portal, so yeah, I like how that looks. That looks pretty good. Although that does gonna be where I'm gonna hit my cape. That is where I'm gonna end it there. I'll go down the steps a bit, just like you can kind of see. And I'll just stand on top of the portal frame. Operating in F5 is harder than you expect. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming out. As always, it does mean a lot to me. If you want to see where the Sanctuary progresses to, obviously do check out the YouTube channel. Exclamation mark YouTube. And if you want to check out my Discord, where you'll get up to date stream notifications, or you can just casually talk to me, you can obviously always check out my Discord. Actually, I think we're going to do a raid today again. That is if the live is still going on. It is. We're going to be raiding Bubble. Because Bubble. Bubble. I keep putting the wrong letter in. Brooke. Obviously, if you call Bubble Brooke, you will not get any response because Bubble goes by Bubble, just like I go by Darth. Although, to be fair, if you called me Darth or Celestian or Celeste, I would still answer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out. It does mean a lot. And as always, Darth Celestian, signing out.